This is Transformers Generations Voyager class Roadbuster. The figure is part of the, I think, 7th wave overall of the Generations Voyager class series of figures. And here he is. He's not perfect, but at least we get a Voyager class sized Roadbuster, a bigger sized Roadbuster. Let me try and see if I can stand him up. He's a little bit skinny. Well, not just a little bit. He is kind of skinny for Roadbuster. And that's, I think, the most disappointing thing about this figure. The colors, I think, the colors Hasbro got right, I think. I think they got it right. The sculpt, head sculpt, the aesthetics about him, I think they got it a little bit right, but I think because of the way he transforms, Hasbro, I think, didn't have much room to bulk him up, and so he's got places where he should have muscle or he should have some girth, but he's not. He's skinny in the arms, he's skinny in the legs. His torso is okay. I think the whole alt mode collapsed in very well, but it's really the limbs that take away a lot from this figure, and add to the fact that he's got these clown feet. This really completes the illusion that he's very, very skinny. Well, I say illusion because there are some parts that are okay. As I said, the torso, the shoulders are okay, the thighs are okay, but the legs, they seem a little bit, literally they're hollow. The forearms, they're a little bit, you kind of wish Roadbuster, when they announced a Voyager class figure, you kind of wish that they give him something like Bulkhead and something to that effect of a Roadbuster figure, but they gave us this one, which is okay. Does he look like the IDW Roadbuster? Maybe, but skinnier. So let's have a look at the other Roadbuster figures that Hasbro has come up with, that I have at least. This is the Combiner Roadbuster. This is the repainted, what's his name? The blue guy. I forgot the name. Somebody tell me this is a repaint of another Cybertron fit character. I can't remember right now. So the colors are okay. It's just that both these two deluxe class figures actually they seem to have more bulk than him. He's just a little bit taller, that's why he looks kind of better. But I wish they made a taller version of they combined elements of this one and made a taller version of it. But yeah, I guess that's asking too much from Hasbro. They gave us a Roadbuster already. What more do you want? Anyway, so here he is. One of his features, paint apps. Let's talk about paint apps. Pretty awesome. The only comment I have is the orange paint apps. Here, they don't really quite match the plastic orange. And because of the sculpt, I'm jumping into the sculpt. You see that scraping? That's not a quality issue. That's my fault. Well, I don't know. But because I was trying to pose it, and this thing hits this piece. This is the chest piece. The bumper piece of the alt mode, and it's because there's very little clearance, you have to twist the leg here just to make him raise his leg. So kind of sucks that has to happen, so just be wary of that. So paint apps are okay. Sculpt, I've already mentioned, it's a little bit too thin. Articulation, it's got a ball jointed neck, no waist swivel, ball hinge shoulders, a ratchet. This one's a little bit loose. I think it's pretty common for most copies of this figure that it's not a spring issue. It's not. I think it's just the way it's been molded. It's a little bit too much. There's a little bit too much of a clearance here than there should be. See, this one's a little bit tighter. This one's a little loose. Bicep swivel, that's very, very tight. Just be careful with that. Double jointed elbows, that ratchet. That's nice. Ball hinge hips that ratchet forward and backward, but don't ratchet sidewards. Thigh swivel, I already showed that. Double jointed knees because of transformation, that ratchet also. Ball hinge ankles that have the rocker joint. That's what's great about the feet though, but they are clown feet. Very, very flat feet, just like the Soundwave was that. The Fall of Cybertron Soundwave, War for Cybertron Soundwave. Anyway, so you get to get him in a range of poses, but that's pretty cool. Alright, so he does come with a ton of stickers as well. Let me just take these off. We'll talk about that, the accessory bit, in a while. He's got a ton of stickers. They're okay. I mean, I grew up with G.I. Joes, so sticking stickers wasn't new to me. And even the old G1 Transformers, they had some stickers going on. The only problem I have with these stickers, aside from the fact that there's just too many of them, some are great, like that one, that's a great highlight, some of these, but the way they've cut the stickers isn't as precise as Takara does it. As you can see, there's a part, the stickers are a little bit too big for the space they should be on, and they hit rivets. This one's okay. They just you have to fold the stickers just to get them on, and you know, over time these are the ones that are gonna lose traction. They're gonna lose the stickiness, and they're just gonna fly away. And you know that because they're not, these are okay, they'll probably stay on for a longer time, but the ones that you have to fold and they stick unevenly onto the sides, as you can see right there. I mean, I wish Hasbro could have cut them more precisely. Even this one, well, I guess you just have to find a spot where all the parts of the sticker, all the sides of the sticker are flush, stuck onto a flat surface. But it just kind of sucks that you have to do that. I mean, this one, like this one, the sticker sheet says it should fit in that panel, but it doesn't. So a little bit of a disappointment there, because they're great details onto the figure. They really bring the figure to life. I'm going to talk about these two. Hasbro gave you the option. You could use the Wrecker Autobot symbol or the traditional Autobot symbol. I'm biased with the traditional Autobot symbol. Yeah, I kind of like that more. It makes the robots on my shelf more uniform. However, I did want the Wrecker Autobot symbol as well. I was kind of hoping, you know, I'd put the Autobot symbol in and I was going to stick this somewhere else, like maybe up his ass or something. No, not in a joking way. I mean, there must have been a spot here, and Alt mode looked great. I was looking at these panels. There's just literally nowhere else to stick this Wrecker Autobot symbol except here. So I tried to make room here. Since I looked, the sticker sheet didn't say anything. You had to put anything there. It was going to be blank. So he's this is sort of his insignia. This is sort of his like badge, something like that. So that's what happened. And finally, his accessories. He comes with a ton of guns. That I think the gimmick here is you can make your own weapon for him, because there's a lot of mech tech ports on him. You can stick it there, anywhere, and onto his shoulder. So you give him the War Machine look if you wanted to, or you can stick them here on the side. You can have him hold. Oops. You can even have this missile launcher. I was actually thinking of putting this one here and then this one here, so you'll have a missile launcher, something like that, and then he'll hold the guns separately, like a big rifle and a pistol. But it's really up to you. You can mix and match the weapons. You really know the one way of doing it, so that's nice. I like that touch. It's interesting they gave us a lot of accessories, but again, they could have done away with this one. They could have done away with this one, maybe, or no, maybe this one. I really didn't. This one was okay, but they could have at least done away with 2 weapons and given him more bulk or something like that. Add more plastic to it. But alas, we'll have to contend with this. So let's get him into his alt mode. The alt mode looks great. The transformation, I'll have to admit, was a little bit fun. It was, to me, wasn't as tedious as maybe, I don't know, that shark, what was his name? What's his name? The shark Voyager, Skybite. Yeah, that was a little bit tedious, but this one's a lot of fun. So fold out these pieces. What did I do? I kind of forgot. What am I doing? Sorry. Yeah, fold those out. Go ahead and move this one out. Up here, go ahead and fold out the bumpers. Transform the arms this way. Like that. Rotate them up. And then the shoulders, they collapse inward like this. And you get a series of tabs. These aren't too thin. I mean, they're thick enough not to be the first ones to break. And you fold it up like that. And then there's a bunch of tabs again right there that you tab onto the hood. Right there. Oh. Sorry. Okay. Alright, and that's half of it. He's a little bit hollow, as you can see. There's a lot of hollow spaces, which I think they could have done something with it. So anyway, go ahead and fold these here. What you want to do is you want to squeeze his feet. That's why they made the feet so little. You want to fill out the space. They turned this space into his feet. And again, as I said, I think they could have done better with this particular mold. They wanted to make a very flat, a very streamlined type of military vehicle, armored personnel carrier, whatever. Could have made it bulkier, this like bulkhead. But even in this alt mode, I think there was a better way that they could have done this. I mean, they could have kept this at the back, or they could have moved it out as part of his back kibble, and then they could have moved this in, and they could have, there's enough space to put a thick foot, or like a snub foot, just like this one. They could have done something like that just to make the foot appear, or the leg appear a little bit bulked up. And again, as I said, the arms, there's still some space right here. They could have found a way to bulk up the figure without taking too much away from the alt mode. And, you know, that's, I think, brings that, it does bring the figure down a little bit. But is it a game changer? I mean, is it a deal breaker for this particular figure? I don't think so, because if you're a big Roadbuster fan, you can let that pass. You can modify it in your own way, customize it. But the mold they've given us is pretty neat, and you know, I'm actually liking this alt mode a lot for some reason. So again, you can mount the weapons however you want to do so. The instructions suggest one way of doing it, and again, as I said, you can find other ways to do it. And then this one, the missile rack, could just stay here. So there's a ton of ways to do it, and that's, I think, the gimmick that will sell this maybe to kids, but for collectors, it's really the allure of getting a Roadbuster that's in Voyager class. That's what's gonna make this a very saleable figure. And here he is with his fellow wrecker world. And excuse me, it's my fault. I'm really not sticking it all the way in, because I don't want to. It's a very tight hole that you stick the peg in. Yeah, it'll take a while to take out. So yeah, fairly decent sized Voyager class figure, and you know, when you look at it, they're not perfect scale, but it could work. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter for my toy purchases, Instagram for my toy sightings here in Manila. Check out all my video reviews on this channel, Chefatron. This has been the Transformers Generations Voyager class Roadbuster. Thanks for watching.